Summer's coming to a close, and some of you are going back to school, but video games never stop. I'm Jake, and I'm here to bring you the top 10 games releasing in September 2016. Starting off with number 10, we have Dragon Quest VII, Fragments of the Forgotten Past. This was a classic Dragon Quest game on PlayStation 1, but it's been rebuilt for the ground up for the Nintendo 3DS. Was Dragon Quest VII really the best Dragon Quest game? That's up to you to decide. But when this releases, you're gonna have a solid-ass RPG for your 3DS, because Dragon games are damn good, and this one is no slouch. The story and presentation and basic setup might seem very similar to something like Chrono Trigger, but honestly, it's the gameplay where Dragon Quest really shines. You're going to be jumping back and forth in time, exploring a surprisingly big world, customizing your party with a bunch of different vocations, over 30, and the game does have some pretty nifty Street Pass integration that some of you Street Pass addicts might like. We don't talk about 3DS enough on this channel, but I think this is going to be a very good one for your machine this month. And at number 9, speaking of 3DS, we have Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. The Ace Attorney games are freaking awesome, some of my favorite handheld games ever, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they've actually switched to a newer, fully 3D style animation in the last few games. Spirit of Justice continues the success of this franchise, and once again, it's Phoenix Wright and Apollo Justice doing their thing. It's bringing back a lot of the same investigation and litigation techniques from the previous games, but now there's a new feature called Divination Seance. Yes, you heard that right. Once again, it seems like the Ace Attorney games are really kind of embracing the, I guess you could say, supernatural elements. According to details, it seems like the plot is going to be as twisty and turny as ever, with new characters and a new location. The new location even has its own different way of handling courts, which could make the gameplay pretty different. It's also worth noting that there is a demo available, and if you've never played an Ace Attorney game, stop what you're doing and play them right now. But the demo is definitely a good way to see if this is up your alley. And at number 8, we have ReCore from developers Concept, and from the mind of legendary game developer Keiji Inafune. This is an Xbox One Windows PC exclusive that has a lot of fans pretty hyped up after a pretty emotional trailer from a few E3s back. We've got some looks at gameplay since then, and I gotta say, it doesn't really look like what I was expecting, but it could still be a lot of fun. It seems like it's action-packed, fast-paced, and with some interesting sci-fi elements and level traversal. I'll give it a shot. Honestly, if anything, we should give ReCore credit for being a completely new game. It's not a sequel or anything, it's an original IP. Here's hoping it turns out good. And at number 7, speaking of sequels, we have NBA 2K17. This time around, apparently My Gym and My League game modes have been massively improved, allowing for a ton more customization, with both modes getting a bigger emphasis on dynamically expanding teams and just general league expansion. With the 36 teams, you can actually modify any aspect of those teams. And creating an expansion team this time around is very similar to real-life expansions, and they're really fleshed out. Other than that, what you get is another update on an already solid and awesome basketball franchise. I play them every year, and I'm pretty sure that's not going to change. And at number 6, we have XCOM